Blake Shelton shares what music he listens to before his shows. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. In a new interview to promote the upcoming CBS series, The Road, Blake Shelton reveals some of his pre-show rituals, must-have requirements backstage, and mistakes that young musicians make during their first time on tour. When discussing the music he listens to before he performs, Shelton admitted, "It depends on what mood I'm in. Last night I was listening to Hank Williams Jr. 2 nights before that was Conway Twitty." Shelton revealed that his only tour must-have is vodka, while sharing that he likes to listen to country essentials before his shows as he sips on his drink, admitting, "That's when I use the vodka." As to his advice to tour rookies, Shelton joked, "You never poop on the bus. Then your poop is just driving down the highway with you." The Road, which Shelton stars in alongside Keith Urban and Gretchen Wilson. Blake Shelton has long been one of country music's most beloved entertainers, a man whose voice, charm, and humor have made him a household name across the nation for years. He has captured hearts with his relatable songs, and down-to-earth personality and fans are always eager to know more about what goes on behind the scenes before he steps on stage recently. The country superstar opened up about what kind of music he listens to before his live performances, and his answer has both surprised and delighted fans who admire his honesty and authenticity. As it turns out, Blake's pre-show playlist is not filled with his own chart-topping hits. Instead, the Oklahoma native finds inspiration and energy in listening to other artists, a habit that helps him get into the right frame of mind before performing for thousands of people. He says that it's not always about hyping himself up, but more about feeling grounded and connected to the music that first made him fall in love with country. The voice coach, who has spent decades shaping his career around genuine storytelling and emotional connection, explained that he often turns to songs that remind him of his roots and his early years in the industry. It's a personal ritual that keeps him centered and grateful before every concert night. Blake revealed that depending on his mood, the music he listens to can vary widely, from traditional country legends like George Strait and Merle Haggard to more modern artists who have carried the torch forward. He admits that there are times when he'll put on an old record just to feel that nostalgic pull of home, something about the twang of the steel guitar and the honesty of the lyrics that sets the tone for his own performance. He says that before he walks out onto the stage, he wants to be reminded of why he started doing this in the first place, for the love of country music and the connection it brings to people all over the world. Shelton's approach to pre-show preparation shows a side of him that fans rarely get. See, it's easy to imagine the glitz and adrenaline of performing in front of thousands. But for Blake, it's also about finding that emotional balance. He shares that he doesn't always want loud, fast songs before a concert. Sometimes he'll go for slower, meaningful tracks, ones that speak to the heart rather than the head. Those moments allow him to clear his mind and focus on what matters most, delivering a performance that feels real rather than rehearsed. He has said that there's something powerful about walking on stage knowing that you're not just entertaining people, but sharing a part of yourself with them. When asked about whether he listens to his own music before shows, Blake chuckled and admitted that he usually does. He feels that listening to his own songs might take him out of the moment or make him overthink how he'll perform them. Instead, he prefers to let the audience energy guide him on stage. For him, performing live is not about perfection, but about presence and passion. That mindset has made him one of the most consistent and beloved live performers in country music today. Blake also spoke about how his pre-show music choices depend on where he's performing. If it's a hometown crowd in Oklahoma or somewhere in the South, he might lean toward more traditional tracks that reflect the culture and history of the region. If it's a big city show, he may mix in some contemporary favorites, blending the old with the new to capture that balance he's known for. He says it's all about feeling the vibe of the place and matching that energy with what he brings to the stage. The preparation is not just about the music, though. Blake explains that the time before a concert is sacred for him. It's when he reflects, prays, and gets himself ready to connect with the crowd. He describes those moments as a kind of ritual where he can shut out the noise of fame and focus on the joy of performing. He often spends time with his band, sharing jokes and stories to loosen up the tension and keep things lighthearted. It's clear that for Blake, the camaraderie behind the scenes is just as important as the performance itself. Another interesting part of Blake's routine is how he uses those pre-show minutes to think about the fans who have supported him. Through the years, he has always maintained that country music fans are the most loyal and genuine people. And he wants every show to be an experience they'll never forget. That's why even after decades in the spotlight, he still treats every performance as if it were his first one. His humility and gratitude shine through both on and off stage, and his pre-show playlist serves as a reminder of that authenticity. Over the years, Blake's musical taste has evolved, but his heart remains tied to the classics. He has often mentioned that he looks up to artists like Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson, and Vince Gill, all of whom have shaped his own understanding of what it means to be a country artist. Their influence can be heard not just in his own music, but also in how he approaches his career with humor, heart, and honesty before his shows. Listening to their songs is like tapping into that well of inspiration that fuels him to keep giving his best to the audience. Beyond the music, Blake's pre-show mindset is deeply rooted in gratitude. He often talks about how blessed he feels to be able to do what he loves every day. From his early days, playing small bars in Oklahoma, to headlining sold-out arenas across the country, his journey has been marked by perseverance and passion. He says that remembering where he came from helps him stay humble and keep things in perspective. That's why the music he listens to before performing isn't just background noise. It's a reflection of his story, his struggles, and his triumphs. Fans who have followed Blake's career from his first hit, Austin, to his most recent chart toppers, know that he has always been a storyteller at heart. His songs often capture the highs and lows of life, love and laughter, and that's what makes them relatable. Listening to the songs of other great storytellers before his shows is his way of honoring that tradition and staying connected to the art form that defines him. Interestingly, Blake also mentioned that sometimes he'll throw in a few unexpected tracks on his pre-show playlist, including rock or pop songs that get him energized. He says that while country will always be his home, he's a fan of all kinds of music and believes that inspiration can come from anywhere, whether it's an old Eagles track or something from Bruce Springsteen. He appreciates the craftsmanship and emotion that go into making timeless music. That openness to different sounds has also influenced his own musical evolution, making him one of the more versatile voices in modern country music. What truly stands out about Blake's pre-show habits is how simple and genuine they are. He doesn't rely on elaborate rituals or complicated routines. Instead, he focuses on staying true to himself and to the people who come to see him perform. He's often said that when he steps out on stage, he wants the audience to feel like they're part of one big family. And that sense of connection starts long before the first note is played. In many ways, the music he listens to before performing sets the emotional tone for the entire night. It's what helps him walk out there with confidence and heart, ready to share something real with everyone in the crowd. Blake's openness about his pre-show routine has given fans an even deeper appreciation of his artistry. It reminds them that behind the fame and the spotlight is a man who still gets butterflies before a big show, who still finds comfort in the music that first inspired him, and who still believes in the power of a good song to bring people together, whether he's performing in a small venue or headlining a massive festival. The essence of who he is remains unchanged, grounded, humble, and full of heart, as Blake Shelton continues to tour, release new music, and inspire the next generation. Country artist, his approach to performing offers a timeless lesson about staying true to one's roots. Before every show, he listens to the music that shaped him, the sounds that remind him of home, and the songs that continue to keep his passion alive. It's a quiet yet powerful reminder that even for a superstar, the most meaningful moments often happen before the spotlight comes on. Premieres on Sunday, October 19, on CBS at 9 p.m. ET. Taste of Country. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.